Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue sur ce live de Sherlock Holmes, crime et châtiments sur Fabrice Fun&Gaming. Alors, j'avais eu ma déduction, du coup il va falloir que je repasse voir tout ce que j'avais choisi, parce que sinon ça va être le bordel. Donc, j'avais choisi, on a fait dissimuler pour le reste, ça c'est bon. Ensuite, pas couler. Oui, pas couler, ça c'est bon du coup, ok. Ensuite, ça c'était quoi? Il a peut-être été soudoyé. Ok, donc ça c'est bon. Salut Bayek, bienvenue sur le live. Ensuite, nous avons... Oui, ça c'était bon. Du coup, nous avons la dernière déduction, vers la carrière. Quelqu'un a volé les rails pour réparer temporairement le tronçon manquant de la voie ferrée, qui mène à la carrière inondée, vers les mines. Quelqu'un a volé les rails pour réparer temporairement le tronçon manquant de la voie ferrée qui mène dans les mines. Bah, je pense que c'est ça, hein. Quelqu'un a volé les rails pour réparer temporairement le tronçon manquant de la voie ferrée qui mène dans les mines. Du coup, le train a été enseveli dans l'effondrement des mines. Mexicain, chilien enseveli. Toute cette affaire n'était qu'un meurtre machiavélique. Les Mexicains ont tué les Chiliens et enseveli le train dans l'effondrement des mines pour dissimuler leurs crimes. Choisir la justice aveugle. L'inhumanité des Mexicains envers les Chiliens a causé bien des morts. Il faut agir et vite. Contacter l'estrade pour laisser la police œuvrer avec diligence et gros sabots, quitte à provoquer une esclandre internationale. Préférer la diplomatie. On ne combat pas pareille organisation criminelle de front, donnant à Mycroft l'occasion de désamorcer le conflit, quitte à ce qu'il fasse traîner l'affaire pour la tourner à son avantage. Je préfère la diplomatie. Confirmer le choix moral? Oui.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have the local constabulary and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. Our other option is Brother Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble, but it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. But I think I'd prefer to give Mycroft a chance. We should overlook our personal differences on this occasion.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were trapped under the collapsed mines, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dig out the mines.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking. Can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk. but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Je crois que j'ai mal appuyé à chaque fois, je viens de comprendre. C'est l'habitude de tirer avec R2 avec une arme alors que c'est pas le cas du tout là.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
Alors, toute cette l'énigme du train fantôme, toute cette affaire n'était... Alors, bienvenue sur le live aux personnes qui arrivent. Et oui, il fallait que je me rappelle que c'était avec X qu'on tirait. Et la dernière fois que j'ai joué sur PS3, c'était pour moi, hein, parce que je faisais pas encore de live à cette époque-là. J'avais tué le gars. Je savais pas qu'on pouvait lui enlever son arme en lui tirant dans la main. Donc bon, toute cette affaire n'était qu'un meurtre machiavélique. Les Mexicains ont tué les Chiliens et enseveli le train dans l'effondrement des mines pour dissimuler leurs crimes. On ne combat pas pareille organisation criminelle de front. Nous avons décidé de laisser Mycroft désamorcer le conflit. Indice trouvé 23. Conclusion: Mexicains, Chiliens ensevelis. Choix moral: préférer la diplomatie. Pour vérifier la conclusion, possible spoiler. Ouais, bah c'est le bon truc, hein, d'après ce que je vois. Ou alors c'est moi qui suis aveugle, je sais pas. Ben, je classe l'affaire. Allez, hop. Ouais, oui, je termine, vas-y. Votre éthique charitable. Bilan. De faire différemment la dernière fois, me semble pas que j'ai été bon. J'étais surtout un connard fini dans certaines affaires. Du coup, là, je vais essayer vraiment d'être charitable jusqu'où. Je vais essayer d'agir comme Sherlock Holmes le ferait. C'est difficile, hein, quand même, parce qu'il a une psychologie particulière, le gars. Hein. Bain de sang.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated.
Ah, c'est vrai, j'avais oublié. J'oublie facilement que, en fait, le personnage, il est... Ouais, bah c'est tout ce qui... Ah merde, j'ai parlé trop vite parce qu'évidemment c'est très con à regarder toutes ces conneries. Alors, normalement le personnage de Sherlock Holmes est drogué.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate. A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Alors... Donc les Mexicains, Chiliens, on sait lui, c'était pas ça. Bon, laisse tomber. Alors, j'ai récupéré un sifflet de train. Normalement, il doit être dans le coin, le truc. Déjà, j'avais le harpon juste là. Ah, dégueulasse.
On the sofa for the 3rd time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
C'est un fusil.
My archive.
Je vois pas où il peut être le sifflet, mais normalement on les récupère les machins avec nous. Alors comment qu'on va l'habiller cette fois? Il n'y avait pas un chapeau qu'on pouvait choisir aussi? que ça se débloque une fois qu'on a terminé l'aventure, si je dis pas de bêtises. Allez, bouge. Alors je vais chercher le sifflet, parce que ce serait intéressant de savoir où il est. The Strand, l'horrible meurtre de l'ex-capitaine Peter Carey, alias Peter le Noir, pour les intimes, a été résolu. Scotland Yard a en effet reçu d'une source fiable des preuves plus que suffisantes pour conclure à la culpabilité de Pablo Coventrao, ex-harponneur de Monsieur Carey. Sauf que c'est faux, hein. On a laissé partir le gars qui avait commis le meurtre parce que c'était de la légitime défense. Malheureusement, justice n'a pu être faite puisque Monsieur Coventrao était mort entre-temps de cause naturelle, peut-être envahi de remords après son geste.
This is where I keep my post. This is where I keep my post.
Alors je m'en fous, je vais insister, hein, parce que je sais qu'il doit être dans le coin le truc. L'espèce de sifflet. À moins qu'il l'ait pas gardé ici, mais bon. Ça m'étonnerait. Et ça ressemble à quoi en fait déjà? Sifflet de train, ouais. Vue intérieure, on sait jamais, je verrai mieux les choses. J'allais le repont. Donc là il y a le violon, oui, parce qu'il fait du violon, c'est vrai. Ça c'est juste un fusil. Il est tellement bordélique que c'est quand même difficile de trouver quelque chose ici. Ah bah il est là. Il est juste ici sur la cheminée. Oh, c'est bien, au moins je sais qu'on l'a récupéré.
I'm always wondering what's on your...
Ce qui est dans my mind, bah tu sauras jamais. Terme de Strand Lane, allons-y. Je me disais aussi.
What a beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Alors, ouais, les affaires deviennent de plus en plus grosses. Hein. Alors, lui, il a les légères rides. Coupure de ciseaux, se coupe les cheveux seul, vit seul. Col amidonné, méticuleux. Bouton rutilant. Ville de Manchester.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Philippe s'est rendu à la poste pour envoyer un télégramme à 7h30 ce matin. Ah, t'as vu ça dans sa poche, toi? Philippe vient de Manchester, employé modèle. Il prend grand soin de lui-même et de l'établissement. Ce matin, il est sorti poster un télégramme, sans doute à destination de sa ville natale. Ok.
The steam room. Frigidarium.
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes. The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Alors je vérifie la fontaine, on sait jamais.
Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. Champagne for a special occasion. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. expensive clothes, belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that. The grid cannot be removed.
Mr. Holmes?
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it. One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Je suis en train de réfléchir, c'est pour ça que je dis rien en fait. Objet requis, bras 0, ok. Il y avait un truc à voir avec le truc.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
D'accord, donc c'est pour le voir le truc. Ok.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street. This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Mr. Holmes?
Ça, il l'avait posé. Il n'y a pas moyen de trouver quelque chose qui pourrait m'aider en fait.
I cannot leave until I have seen the body.
Ouais, donc non.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
The death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous, do you know that?
The weapon is nowhere to be found. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Mr. Holmes?
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop. This area... I will need these tongs. Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
Outre son intérêt archéologique, cette plaque de métal semble faire partie d'un tout. Pour l'instant, je ne suis pas en mesure d'identifier précisément le tout. Ce tout.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Chers amis, je souhaite organiser une conférence de presse au terme de Strandlane le mois prochain, 1893. Fut une année remarquable pour mes travaux en Égypte, mais il est temps de me tourner vers l'archéologie anglaise, de braquer l'attention du grand public sur nos trésors nationaux. J'aimerais qu'un maximum de journalistes soient présents pour chroniquer cet événement et sous un jour favorable si nous sommes assez amènes avec eux. Je tiens pour l'occasion à rappeler que ma vieille amitié avec Lord Blackmore et consacrer cet événement les fonds spéciaux du Royal Archaeological Institute Sir Rodney Bencliffe. Gageons que la grande majorité de nos lecteurs connaît déjà le nom de Sir Rodney Bencliffe, distingué gentleman dont la fortune, la notoriété et la vigueur font pâlir d'envie tous ses confrères anglais. Son intellect n'a d'égal que son charme, à en croire ces demoiselles de la bonne société européenne. Il jouit de relations haut placées à la Chambre des Lords et exerce une indiscutable influence dans la sphère politique. Certains l'accuseront d'être impitoyable, autoritaire. Nous préférons y voir la marque de l'ambition et d'un caractère bien trempé. Sa présence sur un site archéologique et l'assurance que les fouilles se révéleront fructueuses. Miraculeuse réouverture pour les fouilles des termes romains de Strandlane. Les recherches étaient sur le point d'être interrompues quand un sauveur apparut en la personne de Sir Rodney Bencliffe. Celui-ci prit le contrôle des fouilles en affirmant que le site détient la clé d'un grand mystère. Nous ne manquerons pas de tenir nos lecteurs informés des suites de cette passionnante affaire.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. A glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue. Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
All right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement. Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Bon bah ça c'est fait. Alors, on va aller interroger les suspects.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Et du coup on va pouvoir récupérer ça.
I should analyze this melted metal.
Métal fondu trouvé dans un brasero. On va analyser tout ça puis on ira leur poser des questions après. Ils ont qu'à attendre de toute manière. Hein. On verra ça après par contre.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Ah bah ça, voilà.
Selenite. Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans. Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water. This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver. The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
D'accord, donc je vais tout analyser là. Je suis une année remarquable pour mes travaux en Égypte. Alors.
That is not the one I need.
Oui, c'est pas ça que je cherche. « 1893, d'accord. Ouais, j'ai mal lu du coup. La momie de Bencliffe. Le monde de Bencliffe, le grand site de fouilles d'Aswan, a duré plus de 3 ans sous la direction de Sir Rodney. Une momie a été trouvée énucléée, placée dans une position étrange. Debout, la main droite tendue, comme pour attraper quelque chose. Ces particularités lui ont valu le sobriquet de momie désespérée. À côté d'elle, cette phrase en latin, par l'œil, il fut puni car il avait vu et n'en était pas digne. On estime que cette momie est d'origine romaine et non égyptienne, car la tombe contenait des symboles associés au mystère mitraïque.
Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
On retourne au terme. Là, on a fait ce qu'il fallait pour les recherches. On va pouvoir leur poser des questions. Et voilà, j'ai bien fait parce qu'il y a plein de choses. Du coup, on va leur poser les questions puis on verra ensuite. J'avais pas fait ça la dernière fois, hein. J'avais posé des questions avant, puis ensuite j'avais fait les recherches. Ce qui est complètement débile en fait.
All these events are bad for the baths. And my job.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Donc ici j'avais tout vu, hein, d'après ce que je vois. Ouais, donc on a tout vu. C'est bon, hop là.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment. I can't understand what happened. Am I allowed to leave?
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly first.
Mr. Holmes?
The grid cannot be removed. The grid cannot be removed. G. Newell and Sons, Steam Specialists, Seattle, WA. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
I don't want to stay here.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Do we have to stay here? Can't we go?
Je crois que j'ai une idée. Allez, vas-y.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Les ouvertures sont ouvertes. Non, mais c'est bizarre. Contrôle de la vapeur, examiner. Alors tu veux que je fasse quoi du coup? J'ai fouillé dans le long large, tu veux que j'aille faire quoi ensuite, bordel? Bon, je vais réessayer, hein.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Est-ce qu'il y a un truc autour du bras zéro par hasard? Parce que là je vois rien d'autre, les lunettes, on va les examiner. Et vous voulez pas répondre en question, vous? Ah, fallait juste sortir, putain.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
None, Lestrade.
Allez, go Scotland Yard du coup. Et jusque là on peut faire des déductions ou pas? Parce que je vais vite vérifier, parce que ça fait un moment qu'on tourne. Alors sang très liquide, le sang près de la victime a été fortement dilué d'eau. Aucune idée. Arrivé à point nommé, l'arrivée de ce Rodney a sauvé les fouilles archéologiques des thermes. Il y avait une bouteille de champagne et un seau à glace dans les vestiaires. Nous ne savons pas encore qui les y a apportés. Non. Non plus. Bon bah du coup il n'y a rien qui se met en place pour le moment. Oh, toutes les affaires de tout le monde là.
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
Garrot.
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Sir Gregory Pitkin, gérant à Mr. Sir Gregory Pitkin, gérant à Monsieur Blinkhorn. Cher monsieur, les intérêts que je représente imposent que la situation des termes change en mieux. Pour l'heure, les fouilles du frigidarium demeurent sous votre supervision. Or, les travaux stagnent et vous n'avez mis au jour aucun objet de valeur et nous ne sommes pas en mesure d'ouvrir le frigidarium au public. Cette pièce est un élément indispensable pour reconstituer l'expérience des termes romains. Je vous exhorte à achever votre travail dans les 2 mois à venir. C'est le temps qu'il vous reste pour mettre fin à vos recherches archéologiques et trouver un autre lieu de travail.
An ordinary pencil.
Alors, Bencliffe.
An old and rather dirty coin.
Une vieille pièce romaine recouverte de terre. Et de ça, on remet en question le travail de M. Blinkhorn.
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel. I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil. To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
La bonne vieille technique de passer par-dessus un peu.
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner had... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
Un sujet, Sir Rodney Bentcliffe, âge 63 ans, le globe oculaire droit a été perforé jusqu'à la garde par un couteau à lame incurvé qui, pénétrant par la cavité orbitaire, a également endommagé le lobe frontal et le corps calleux pour finir sa trajectoire dans le cervelet où il a infligé des lésions, hémorragiques. Toutes ces blessures ont provoqué la mort instantanée du sujet. Le lobe supérieur du poumon droit porte la marque d'une ancienne blessure remplie de mucus et de débris de cils cellulaire pouvant correspondre à une infection chronique, sans doute causée par l'inhalation de corps étrangers dans une chambre funéraire. Les tissus putréfiés d'une momie, quelques restes séchés de nourriture censés accompagner le défunt dans la tombe. Le restant du corps ne comporte aucun signe de dommage.
A hand-drawn map.
Ok. Alors il va falloir faire gaffe parce que les personnages ne vont pas faire n'importe quoi non plus.
An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says. According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age.
Some light bruising, caused by a rope. The bruising is in lines. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
D'accord, donc... Non. Notre volet, non. Alors, sang, champagne... Champagne, ouais, il voulait fêter quelque chose, donc à en croire ses notes, Sir Rodney s'apprêtait à faire une découverte remarquable. Non. Sang très liquide. Ok. Donc vapeur. La présence d'eau dans le sang est due à l'humidité ambiante causée par la vapeur. Je penche plutôt pour ça. Sir Rodney s'apprêtait à faire une découverte, remarque là. Arrivé à point nommé, la rive de Sir Rodney a sauvé les fouilles archéologiques des thermes. Non, ok. Il n'y a pas autre chose.
Locked.
Alors. Lincoln.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
Alors voyons ça. Attentif. Peu de moyens. mettre un peu de moyens, oui, bon, on avait su là. Traces de terre fraîche à travailler dans la terre. Et callosité.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Ok, donc ça c'est bon. Ensuite... Garrow, ouais, donc il a dû sûrement abuser de millepertuis puisqu'il a l'air de voir des choses.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
Il a l'air bien suspect, lui, quand même. Mal rasé. Amulette protectrice, main de Fatma superstitieux. Ouh là là. Vêtements sales. Yeux bouffis. Une cicatrice là, ouais. Ah, là. Ah, tu vois de la transpiration, toi, bah pas moi.
What is your occupation?
I am a councillor at the district chamber.
And what were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researchers. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then, you know, this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but, oh...
Are you feeling unwell?
I'm sorry. It is I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear... No, nothing. I'm better now.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot, I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
Saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now. This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor.
Faut dire qu'on avait dit que abuser du millepertuis, ça pouvait avoir des effets secondaires, donc bon, il a peut-être pété un câble à cause de ça. Alors, lunettes cassées, traitement de garrot, non. L'argent et son traitement. Un objet d'argent a été fondu récemment dans le bras zéro. Pourrait-il s'agir de l'arme du crime? Ok. Garou subit un lourd traitement contre la mélancolie. Une bouteille de champagne et un seau à glace dans les vestiaires. Nous ne savons pas encore qui les y a apportés. Dans le bras zéro, on a trouvé de l'argent britannique a fondu dans le bras zéro. Plaie étrange. La plaie a été affligée par une lame étrangement curvée. Plaie étrange. Ouais, bah, je peux pas le relier le truc. Ok. Découverte remarquable. Traitement de garrot. Non plus. Ok. Au moins, à un certain moment, juste pour être sûr. Hein. Mais la vapeur, la présence d'eau dans le sang, mais je suis convaincu que c'est lié à la façon dont le meurtre s'est déroulé. Non. Non, pour moi c'est là. J'ai rien à dire. Ensuite, nous avons les deux autres. Le type au fond, je peux pas lui demander. Ah mais c'était trois en fait. Le type au fond, il n'y a rien à voir. Donc Monsieur Pitkin. L'archéologue confirmé, Percival Blinkhorn, ne semble toujours pas arrêté à se lancer dans des fouilles. Il doit bien avoir 15 ou 20 ans de carrière. Derrière lui, il n'a visiblement aucune envie d'en changer. La trentaine à peine, Tristram Garrot souffre d'une myopie aiguë. Sa distraction est sans doute due en partie au choc du meurtre, mais pas seulement, il exhibe une barbe de 3 jours et des vêtements sales.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Ouais.
Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
Ok, un petit cul serré qu'on va interroger, le petit con de base là, qui se prend pas pour de la merde juste parce qu'il est riche. Regard arrogant, sans déconner. Bouche tombante, dédain. Ouais, ça m'étonnait pas. Gros fils de pute. Alors. Racine aristocratique, ouais, ça m'étonne pas non plus. Et une chaîne en or. Gilet en cachemire, fortuné.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. Then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Alors, Gregory Pitkin est l'archétype de l'homme de la haute. Riche et influent, il se considère naturellement supérieur au commun des mortels. À ses yeux, rien de ce qu'il a pu faire ne saurait lui valoir la prison. Note volée, d'accord. Pourquoi Sir Rodney aurait-il caché quelque chose? Sa découverte a-t-elle pu constituer le mobile du crime? Découvrez où se trouvait Sir Rodney quelques jours avant sa mort et faites la lumière sur son précieux secret. Les dernières expéditions de Sir Rodney, ok. Alors... Combat de Pitkin. Sir Gregory voulait renvoyer Blinkhorn afin d'arrêter les fouilles, mais il y avait une arrivée à point nommé avec Sir Rodney. Sir Rodney est arrivé au bon moment, en fait. L'arrivée de Sir Rodney a certes sauvé les travaux de Blinkhorn, mais elle lui a coûté son indépendance et sa fierté. L'arrivée de Sir Rodney a sauvé le travail de Blinkhorn en reconnaissant heureux de cette collaboration qui pouvait tant lui apporter. À localiser, ouais, ça on verra plus tard. Ça pouvait que lui apporter en fait.
I'm not sure that I can be helpful at the moment.
I'm trying to rest.
Do you have something else to ask me?
Champagne. Traitement arrive à un point nommé, non, pas du tout. Les notes volées, non. Dans le bras zéro, non. Champagne non, plaît étrange. Tac, tac. Donc ça c'est tout bon. C'est juste que la vapeur, ça c'était bon. La collaboration, ouais, ça c'est ok. Arme d'argent. Donc, ensuite, il faut faire quoi? Trouver l'arme qui a servi, blablabla, trouver que les doigts... donc... à localiser. Du coup, je vais aller à Baker Street.
Now we have 2 maps. We must combine them properly. Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map.
Voilà. Saint-Alban, directement. Et ça, on fera une autre fois, parce que on arrive au terme du chronomètre. Il est passé minuit et je vais commencer à 21 h, donc je vais m'arrêter là. Donc pouce bleu si ça vous a plu jusque là, abonnez-vous si c'est pas encore déjà fait. Je vous dis à très bientôt pour de nouvelles vidéos sur Frogwares Fun&Gaming, et pour celles et ceux qui seraient encore là avec moi, on se retrouve demain à 19 h pour du Sherlock Holmes, on en fera 2 fois, et The Witcher 3 2 fois aussi pour le DLC Heart of Stone. Et pour le reste de ce qui se trouve sur la map du jeu en fait, parce que avant Blood and Wine je compte finir ce qu'il y a à faire. Donc je vous souhaite une bonne soirée et une bonne nuit. Allez, au revoir, bisous bisous et merci d'avoir été là.